¿Qué pasa, chavales? Comenté que estamos de nuevo en The Wolf Among Us, justamente donde lo dejamos. Después se puede así decirlo, inflarnos a palos contra 300, ¿vale? Contra todos los enemigos de la serie. El Georgie ya se murió. Enteremos que las tipas estas del garito de Georgie tienen como un lazo en la cabeza. Y si se lo quitan por una brujería, algo de eso, se le cae en la cabeza. Cosas raras. Y nada, vamos a intentar atrapar al hombre torcido ese que se ha metido aquí supuestamente, el pesado este. Venga, se decide abrir la puerta de una vez. Voy a ver agua de mientras, porque tengo la voz. Vale, aprieto. Lo difícil que es beber agua mientras apretarla. Ay. Pues bueno. Dale caña. Separ Metal Work. Ay, un trabajo de ayer. Vamos a ver qué por aquí. Paquete. Parece que escondió el tío. Vale. Aquí es donde envían las cajas esas que hacen del otro sitio. Vamos enterando. De aquí no puede salir. Eso es lo primero.
Bigby Wolf.
Bigby Wolf. Ay. El gran lobo feroz. Mira, esa es la Mary esa. No sé dónde están, pero bueno. Mira, una pizarra de fotos. Mira, fotos ¿de qué? De Lily. Bueno, un poco de todo. De mí, de No, de todo Cristo. Volver atrás, una rueda. Ellos solían temerte. Está la tía por ahí escondida, tiene pinta. La Mary ese se metió. Bueno, vimos en el anterior episodio que salía de una especie de espejo la tía, yo qué sé. Su reflejo y nada. Qué mal van los controles aquí, ¿no? Se va el tío para abajo solo, venga. Una mesa, un banco de trabajo. Del Death Light ese, ¿cómo se llama? Plata. Ande. Toma. Ya empezamos con la hostia. Venga, pelea épica otra vez.
Bigby, I see you made it here in one piece.
Ande.
I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you've finished, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Ande.
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
Golpeal. Joder, macho.
Wow, what a man. Stealing punches while my back is turned. Didn't your mother ever teach you to fight proper?
Pues no creo, venga. Venga, fuera. Fuera. La cabeza. Ahí estamos, ahí le tienen que picar. Joder, macho. La tía esa que ¿es invisible o algo o qué? Te cagas. ¿Sabes dónde se ha metido ahora? ¿Dónde estás, Mary? Yo soy tu padre. Eso se va a caer, todos sabemos. Tarde o temprano se me cae encima los morros. Es boomer o algo. Venga. No sé si tendría que ver algo que ver con subir ahí o en el otro lado, pero bueno. Le da ahí. ¿Qué está por las tuberías? Nada, yo sigo mirando para los lados. Me dejan mover la cámara, pero... Ah, vale, que me puedo mover yo. Vale. Pues tiene pinta que se va a llevar una hostia por la guapa, ¿eh? Se va a caer de morra encima. Dios. Si la di esa, ¿no? ¿Cómo ocurre? Es flash. Bueno, la mujer de Flash. Yo soy Flash. Soy tu amiga. Venga, corre. Joder. No sé si con lo lento que va, ¿eh? Yo creo que de lo lento que va la otra rápido, ¿sabes? Yo. Le da, ¿eh? Le da bien. Ahora también le da bien. Ahora no.
Where are you? Come out and face me.
Mira, está ahí atrás. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Un bicho? ¡Dios! ¿Qué yuyu de eso? Dios. ¿Qué tiene? ¿Cristales clavados en la cara? ¿Qué cojones? Pressure. Joder, macho. Yo. Mira, nada. Tiene infrarrojo y todo. Joder, macho. Yo. Y todo eso. Joder, macho, no puedo andar más rápido. Vale, ¿ahora qué? No, ahora somos un lobo. Un lobo feroz. Esta pelea de pico tiene poco, pues. Solo estamos pillando. Ay. Mira, nada. Se ha afilado los dientes todo ahí en plan, Mírame. Ha caído. Dios. Pues me da a mí que va a pillar ahora, ¿no? Si no podías con una. Tú no puedes con dos. Tú ser malo. Tú pillar. A tú. Fuera. Venga, vení. Ahora sí que es épico. Ahora sí que es épico. Toma. Dios. Ahora estamos pillando nosotros, que es diferente. Coño. Afuera. Bicho. Venga, afuera. Yo. Tú. Por aquí. Nada, fuera. Joder, macho. Son demasiados, Johnny. Venga, fuera. Joder, macho. Y pues, la cara. Joder. Yo. Se están rajando poco y nada. Venga, fuera. Ahí estamos. Dios. Que tiene más transformación el lobo este, pues. Ahora soy en plan lobo de crepúsculo, ¿sabes? Fuera. Yo. Tú. Ven aquí. Fuera. Mira, son cristales o algo raro. Para arriba. Uy, le da Pozo sin querer. Digo, le da para arriba, pero bueno. Dios. Esa la ha picado aún así. Bocao. Yeah. Venga, vení. Ah, Dios, sí te engancho. Esa es la de verdad, se ve. Cómo te enganché. Yo. Yeah. Toma. Ahora sí. Ah, no, ese no era. Joder, pues ¿sabes quién era ahora? ¿Esa? Por ejemplo. Esa no. Bueno, Brando, vení. Fuera. Ah, que por eso salía esta en los espejos, ¿no? Porque un espejo. Algo raro, yo qué sé. ¿Qué va a hacer? ¡Yo! Eso es como lo de Skyrim. Rugido de dragón, ¿no? Algo de eso. Toma. Hostia, pues mira. Y la verdad, mira, ahí está la verdad. Escondida. Vámonos. Me ve. Yo. Qué asco. No ves. Yo. Toma. No ves. Hostia, no. Menos mal, me creía que se lo iba a clavar en todo el ojo. Ahí estamos. Somos los campeones. Bueno, Si hubiera un poco de sangre quedaríamos mejor, pero como solo hay cristales... Parece que se ha peleado con cristales y ya está. Che, se quedan bolas. Se quedó desnudo, güey. Se quedó desnudo. Ya, ok, en la sangre. Ah, eso es quecho. Ay, siempre hay ropa, tío. Y del mismo color. La suya siempre se rompe y se encuentra otra. El viejo está ahí en plan... Buenos días. Bienvenido a mi apartamento. Me llamo Hombre Torcido. Y estoy torcido. Mi familia. Éramos pequeños.
Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
Yo le pegaría ahí nada más entrar. Hostia.
This gun holds 6 rounds of... I
Oje.
will do this next time. Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
You sure about that?
Yes, I'm quite sure. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial.
You need to tell me right now. We're not going anywhere until I get some answers from you.
If you want answers, you're going to have to cooperate with me. Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
Mentira.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero?
This is about justice. I'm the sheriff. I have to do what's right. 2 people were murdered.
And you know who did it. Georgie.
Pero...
He's dead, isn't he?
¿Tú le mandaste?
My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
Oh, I don't think so. We're not doing this your way.
How unfortunate. I was hoping we could make this work.
Venga, fuera. Venga, ¿dónde vas?
What are you
Feo,
going
que eres
to
muy feo.
do? Rip me apart like some kind of animal? Killing me here would achieve nothing. And what would Miss White think?
Llevarlo. No, no te voy a matar.
You're under arrest.
Hala.
You'll be given a trial in front of your peers.
Toma, por tonto.
And your punishment will follow.
No, seguro la pícame. Me dijo la otra del soyllevase, yo se lo llevo. Se lo llevo. Venga. Ha durado poco, ¿no? Este me creía que se iba a convertir en Hulk también, el viejo este, no sé. En super viejo.
I know. But we have to do something. Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing
Are
happening?
we sure he's coming?
Ah, ¿quién está por aquí?
You'll have an opportunity to.
Mira, buenos días.
He's back.
The crooked man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Toma.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the crooked man's place. And after what happened with Mary...
It's nothing. I'm fine.
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that you know. I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
Qué bonito.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girls.
think you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be
Fucking
ashamed.
shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porge who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not. Well, where is he?
Georgie paid for what he did. In the end, there was a fight, and he bled out from his wounds. It's over.
So he's dead? That's what you're saying?
I can't believe it was him.
So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll
Toma.
deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White. Unless you plan to abandon the charter entirely.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
Tonto. Eres tonto.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come on,
involved.
it's obvious.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where
well.
it fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
No es.
This is ridiculous.
¿Qué hace? ¿Por qué suerte?
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you
jeez.
gonna get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg. It was only a matter of time before something like this happened.
Give me a break. You're so full of shit.
Well, I thought we could discuss this like civilized people, but apparently
For
that
fuck's
isn't going
sake.
to happen.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Look, I understand the confusion. But I had the best of intentions. My comrades are another matter. And I'm sorry for the predicament they put you in. They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
I think you're done talking.
What are you afraid of? Why not let an old man say his piece? Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
You're the fucking problem here, not us.
Really?
Oh,
What about Auntie Green?
¿sabes de cuándo está ahí?
Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back. And in turn we
Lo está
used
volviendo
to
contra
manage
nosotros y
all
vamos a
fables
pillar.
to get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed.
Anda.
Bigby refused.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
Snow?
I know what you're doing, and it's not gonna work. You can't manipulate us or these people. We're not here to talk
Oh,
about
we're
this.
not?
Bigby just
This
means
is
that-
important, and I'm glad it's being talked about.
You know why I asked him to destroy your tree. You were working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too
Hola.
soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
He took Faith and Lily from us. And while we can never get them back, we can certainly punish who's responsible.
¿Lo ves?
They're right.
Ah, vale, vale.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over. And
Ahí
those
estamos.
girls will have their justice.
Ahí estamos. ¡Al pozo! Bueno, yo, unas amantes de palo.
Very good.
Bravo, Johnny, bravo.
The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie
murders.
was working for you. Bigby got a
A
confession
confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
So, Are we done?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Where are you going with this?
Well, by that logic, Miss White should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder, since you know Bigby works for her.
That's...
He killed a man.
That don't make him a murderer.
Doesn't it?
What happened with Tweedledum, I made a mistake. He was attacking me, and I just acted. I didn't think.
That's the only reason?
Bigby and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it
Now, where
internally.
have I heard that before? How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
Snow had nothing to do with it. We all thought she was dead.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened.
Mentira.
Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen,
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain
here.
level of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
No. No salió esta.
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
Esta sabe
I'd like
algo.
to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
What?
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up.
Toma.
You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line.
Toma.
And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian killed herself. Back at the Pudding and Pie.
Es la verdad.
Sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa. My name is Nerissa.
It's okay,
No,
my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it.
Toma.
Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Tonto.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
Tonto.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
No.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has a
more
point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been
I
enough
don't give a shit.
bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid of him.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision. Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
What about a vote?
What do you think this is?
Look, Snow should decide what we do with him. She's gonna be the deputy mayor, so...
But she's not the deputy mayor yet.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are
Joder.
you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Joder.
Just do what you think is right.
Oh, oh, oh. ¿Qué? Encerrarlo, tirarlo al pozo, arrancarle la cabeza.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Tíralo al pozo. ¡Al pozo! ¡Al pozo!
Everyone, I'm...
Not this way.
¡Dios! ¿Qué dice? ¡Que me tiro a mí! ¡Ay! ¡Uf! Menos mal. ¡Adiós! Tonto.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep. You're going to
Adiós.
miss me.
Venga. Bye bye.
I won't.
¡Tonto! ¡Hala! A dormir. Y dile a Jimmy. ¡Saludos de mi parte!
For Lily. And Faith.
Sí, exactamente.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the books.
Bueno. Pues ya. ¿Ya está? ¿No hacen fiesta ni nada? El... Fiesta, fiesta, fiesta. Guardando. Vale, vale. Uno se ha acabado, menos mes. Un día después. Estás de vacaciones ahora todos, ¿no? Y se sigue fumando cigarrillos. New York City. Ah, mira, el tío este.
You gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
Adiós.
This
Uy,
fucking line.
¿esto qué es? Mira. Buenos días. Buonasera, bambino.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Pues el Flycatcher se ha pirado.
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this.
Está bien. ¿Y el Crane ese al final qué?
We'll talk
No lo hemos
later,
visto. ¿Verdad? Ahora que me acuerdo, el Crane. ¿Dónde está el Crane?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Bueno. No sé si cortar aquí el capítulo o que va a acabar ya.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Anda, mira. ¿Dónde va? Ahí con la cervecita, mira. Sax bomb, tú, sax bomb. Es el cerdo que fumaba pitillos. ¿Dónde se va? ¿A la granja? ¿Qué granja? Ay, ay, ay. La granja de las fábulas, supuestamente. Guardando. Pues vale. Mira, se van todos a la granja, ¿no?
I'm going. Jesus.
We only have like 5 minutes.
They carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit. You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit. Just go grab that, would you? How are you, holding up? I know this isn't ideal for you. Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
Wait,
Adiós.
Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
¿Qué tiene?
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her?
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I
What?
want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore. I'm sorry, TJ.
Joder.
But,
Dan
look on the bright
penita,
side, okay?
penita, pena.
There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Monday seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on, it won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No, some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves, so you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Estamos listos.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
¿Y dónde está la granja esa?
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig? Right, that's what I thought.
¿Verdad? El Colin ese que está ahí con la cervecita. Ay, el Colin. El Colin se ve ahí también. Anda, mira. Pechotes. Buenos días, señorita.
Hi.
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 You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
You need to let that go. How are you gonna move on if...
Bigby, I know you're trying to help, but this is just something I need to do on my own. Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
It's okay. Just calm down.
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. and I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the crooked man. But then... Oh, God.
¿Qué pasa?
I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed.
Georgie volvió.
He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the crooked man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the crooked man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess it worked out in the end. I can't hold that against you.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
Hola.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her.
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The crooked man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade. Like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith. Or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
I'm sorry, Nerissa. I'm sorry that's what it took to get me to pay attention.
It'll be different now. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. It seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her. Or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
Cállate.
Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You protected your friends, no matter the cost. And you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the crooked man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the crooked man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
Adiós, hermosa.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Es lo más bonito que han dicho por mí. Bueno, de mí.
I need to tell you something.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Ir tras ella.
I'll see you around.
Hostia, que al final es ella. No, que no ha timado. Vale, vale, que sí. ¿Esto sigue? Esta chica especial, tal, pum. ¿Me ofreciste? No sé qué, mira, aquí podéis verlo todo. Esa ha muerto. Muerto. ¿Está muerto? Lo dejaste morir. Pero este no está vivo. Tira. Continúa. A ver si pasa algo más. Hostia, vaya final, ¿no? Bueno, ya hemos acabado este juego, la verdad que el final, yo que sí, ha sido más lioso, no sé al final porque parecía que al final la culpable era la tía esta. De todo el meroño ese. Ay, vaya lío. No, supongo que sacarán, bueno, más adelante, mucho más adelante sacarán otros juegos. No sé si seguirán con la serie esta, los del Telltale Game. Pero bueno, me ha gustado bastante. Muchas gracias por seguir la serie hasta aquí. La verdad que no sé cuántos capítulos habré subido, por lo menos 15 o 20 por ahí, porque los juegos bastante corticos. Y he subido todos los episodios, todos los capítulos, todo. Nada, así que vuelvo a dar las gracias. Dadle like si os ha gustado esta serie. Y nada, decidme ahora en comentarios qué juego queréis que suba. Porque no sé, estoy pensándolo. No sé si subí otro de Telltale Game. No sé, otro más de shooter. Algo multijugador. Así que nada, muchas gracias por estar siempre aquí. Y nada, hasta la próxima.